Hello my friends, this is Ranger Rob and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living channel. Here we talk about prepping and homesteading and being more self-reliant, cooking, and well, today I got to talk about Valentine's Day a little bit. So this is Valentine's Day, and I've never been the one to really do a lot of romantic stuff. The ideal of a romantic thing with my wife and I was, you know, getting her a dozen herring so we go salmon fishing. But yeah, as I've gotten older, I got to get a little softer. So today I did buy her some flowers, and today we're gonna cook her favorite meal every time. No matter what I'd suggest, she likes chicken wings. So I've actually thawed some out, got them all seasoned up, and they're kind of sitting in seasoning right now. And before she gets home, I'll fire this puppy up and we'll make her favorite meal, which is the chicken wings. And today I also took the little Mazda. Les Schwab is, I gotta give him kudos. I've just put a new battery in this thing like 2 years ago from Les Schwab. Took it in and the guy went in there and checked. He goes, oh yeah, you need a new battery and it's free. It's like, what? So they replaced it, no questions asked. So that was cool. So I finally got the battery fixed on this thing. So it's a great car. It's been very reliable, and it's nice and small to get in the parking spots. But I also took the tractor. You guys have seen me fighting with my tractor for a year now with the bad battery. So I did like, okay, I took that battery in at the same time. Well, that one was not free. In fact, it was $165 for a new tractor battery for my Kubota. That brought tears to my eyes, but I'm sure glad I didn't have to pay for two batteries. So yeah, so that's what's going on here today. The weather's been really weird. Cooler. We actually had some snow flurries going on for a minute, but it's done now. So that's that. So let me kind of show you what's going on with Sherry's flowers. Alrighty, so they're probably nothing real fancy, but I did get her some nice little flowers, and I had to get a few things for dinner, and my kitchen's a wreck. So we got a little French bread. We're always running test candles in here for our new candles. Our candles are called Country Seasoned Candles, which is online now, but we still got not very much has been loaded, and we even got a lot of fragrances in here of different flavors of stuff we're going to use for candles in the future. So yeah, at the same time we're still trying to get ready, getting tomatoes started and odds and ends. So it's a little bit kind of on the crazy side of things. We're just jumping from one thing to another. And this week I also want to get some materials to start building above ground gardens, and then we got to get a battle plan for working out the property where the pigs were to get that all leveled out so we can start putting fabric weave in, which means I need to order a couple 100 feet of fabric weave, which will kind of hurt the wallet a little bit, but it is what it is. Alright guys, it's a little later in the day. Time to feed our piggies. Also got a bucket so I can get the chickens' eggs in a little bit. So we'll put this bucket over here. And it appears that the weather has calmed down a little bit. Still kind of pretty. But we got to walk way down here. And we already got the water on so we can fill the water. And we leave the back gate open now during the afternoon. But not at night because the coyotes might get in here. There's the piggies. Hi piggies. You guys hungry? Yeah, it's just kind of weird having them out in the new property. Which is not new property, it's just property we're actually using now. That's a good thing. So let's go say hi to the piggies. So you you guys keep asking about how Mr. Cow's ear's doing, and it's definitely starting to get smaller, but Zelda, she's got kind of a puffy ear too. And I think this is from them kind of fighting with each other. And they must be hungry because they brought one of their bowls all the way over to here, which was over there. So let me get these guys fed before they have a heart attack. All right, guys, we got the pigs all fed. They're all happy. We're gonna head back in and take care of our chickens, and we close this gate for the evening. Come on, dogs. Let's go, Cinder. Come on, let's go. All right, we got that all closed up. And this, we do have coyotes roam around at night, and that's one of the reasons why we have electric fences out there. One shock of that, I'll teach a coyote to stay away from the piggies. So, but we don't want the coyotes to get in here and harass our chickens and stuff, so better to be safe than sorry. Alright, so we're coming up on the chicken house right here. I'm gonna peek in here, see if we got any eggs. And no eggs on this side. Let's go over the other side. It's weird. I never know where they're gonna lay their eggs. And none there. Oh, just 4 eggs today. Well, let's grab their eggs. And those of you that are new to the channel, those other eggs you saw are ceramic eggs, which need washed really bad. But chickens are all set for this evening, even though you'd never know it. And yeah, so we're done with our chores today, kinda. But we've got to cook a really nice chicken wings for my wife tonight. And yeah, so, hi chickens. Yeah, they're really pretty this time of year. Feathers look pretty good. So, well, I need to get in and start doing some cooking. Well, guys, a little later in the day, my puppies got some little bones to chew on. And what you got there? They're getting to be masters at getting the centers out of their bones quickly. But I want to finish this video off with a little bit of faith. Sorry if you don't like that. That's too bad. But you know, I want to talk about 2 things. One is abundance, and the other is management. The gift that God gave us. You know, the old Adam and Eve thing pretty much says the world has been given to us to manage. And what got me thinking about that is I was taking the guy who was working on my RV today, and I showed him around a little bit, and we were talking about how we're using our animals to develop our property. And I'm starting to bring the tractor in here and starting to level this out a little bit, trying to figure out how to do it. And I was showing him how my pigs in the back here churning up the land and digging it up and eating the roots and fertilizing it. And we're talking about permaculture, of course. And then we're showing this is an example of what management of the land between people, the land, the soil, our animals, and the cycle of life. For example, I said, well, this particular pig's going to get butchered. And he goes, you know, and it's like, yes, that's part of the gift from God, giving us animals that we can eat, but it's also our job to give those animals good living conditions. And when we do butcher those animals, we will be talking to God and saying, thank you for giving us this animal to eat. And in return, I gave this animal the best place to live, the best life, the best food, being social and room and the ability to be a pig. And that's our job. It's a give and take. And, you know, I talk about conservative things and stuff. And really, a lot of our freedoms and liberties and our children and our family and social and all that stuff's under attack by the other side. They're after our children. They're after our health. They're after control. They're after our freedoms and businesses and the ability to make adult decisions. They want to control it all. And I'm sorry, even if you want to say, I want to be part of that side, you're basically saying you're against freedom and liberty. And that's why so many of them are actually moving over to a side of at least not calling themselves the right or the left anymore. They're finding a middle ground, and that's cool. People are realizing that this isn't what we signed up for. We don't want to give up freedom, even if you are woke and you're pro-abortions and all that stuff. It's you gotta find some common sense. Anyway, when it comes to homesteading, finding the balance of learning how to grow your own food and understanding that this world of convenience, the evil side of it is go look what it's caused us to do. So you want everything delivered to your house. You want food to be readily available at the grocery store. What sacrifices are we giving up, or what things are we giving up to have all this convenience? All of us have got to learn how to get our hands dirty. All of us got to realize that if I'm having Amazon bring all this stuff to me, what am I doing to the my world around me to have that convenience? And we need to start realizing that some of this convenience is actually, some of it's a sacrifice. And not having our kids at home and having all of us as parents working. I don't know how many parents I'm meeting now that one of them has decided to start staying home to homeschool their kids and stuff. And maybe we had to go through all of this nastiness to realize that we've gone too far and we need to bring the family model back. And saying no to divorce and saying no to schools teaching us this craziness of how to understand one another. We were on the right direction. We were starting to be quite diversified, and we're actually being split more, and they're doing it all into the world of thinking that we all have to have our own little social world. And it's just like, we were all going in the right direction of being diversified, and it didn't matter if you're a black, white, woman, or whatever sexual orientation you were. We just didn't care. We didn't make a big deal about it. We just worked with each other, not judging. That's the big thing. Is, you know, I have folks that we deal with around here, and they say they're the greatest Christians and all this stuff, and yet they're the first ones to judge. And it's like, really? You're exactly what I don't want to be. I want to work with you, and I don't want to try to be someone that makes you happy next door or whatever. It's like, I have neighbors, I swear, they got binoculars on us every day, and that's real sad. And yet they call themselves really good peoples. That's exactly what I don't want to be. I need freedom and liberty. And when I say that, freedom and liberty, that means my neighbor over there, if he's making a little noise, if he's not breaking any rules, he's just fine and dandy. If he wants to have an old car in his yard, if he's not breaking any rules, that's just fine and dandy. And if he wants to have some animals over there, or do things different than the people that used to live there before, and he's not breaking any rules, that's just fine and dandy. That's freedom and liberty. That means I have to give up some of the things that I might be judging people on, and realize that as long as we're within the statutes of what makes a good neighbor, then it's all fine and dandy. Where I'm going with all this, I don't know, but guys, we need to grow our own food. We need to learn how to do some of our own work. We got to think through where we're buying our stuff. And we got to realize our leaders are just so corrupt. And it's like, we're going to have to really look at the good ones and realize, are they really good people? And are they going to do what they say they're going to do? You guys all had a hard time with Trump. But you know what? When he said he was going to do a few things before he even became president, he did them. No, we may not like his tweeting, and no, may not like his some of the things but that was judging. What you got to look at is, what was the results? For a guy that was in here for 4 years, getting the crap beat out of him every single day by the other side, and still kept his promises. That's saying something. Could you have done that? So I'm not saying that's the next guy we need to have. But we need people like that to do what they're going to say they're going to do. And are strong. And realize that our faith and our religion and our children are all being under attack. And they're dividing our families. We need to stop it. And that begins with you. Take the time to start doing things yourself. And if you have to have one of the parents quit their jobs and stay home and take care of the kids or take care of education, things like that, so be it. I know we're all living with convenience in mind and extra money and all that stuff, but hey, if you can find a way to tighten the belt and find a way to bring the family model back together, you will never regret it. So anyway, I had to bring that up because I was talking to a guy who claimed he was a Christian, and when I started showing him this, he was amazed. He was like, oh my gosh. It was like, we're bringing the world back together, bringing the family back together, learning how to grow food and preserve food together. That's what homesteading's all about. So guys, thank you so much for watching our channel. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and if you really want to help us, share our videos. We'd appreciate it. So guys, have a great day. May you have a blessed day. And may each day go by where we make this place a better place by bringing family together and bringing our family units back together, learning to forgive people and learn to get along and doing positive things for everyone. So guys, talk to you later. Bye now.
Our videos are made possible by Ranger Rob Poopy Bags, available at Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.